Did you know that we are the most ungrounded species on the planet? We live in homes that are unnatural. We don't get out in nature enough. We're on our phones, we're in our heads. This creates a space of disconnection from one of our most vital sources, and that is Earth, that is nature. So in this video, I'm going to show you ways in which you can simply connect to the elements of Earth, to the elements of nature, and find a way back to a foundation that is connected in right relationship with yourself and all of life. Namaste. The light in me honors the light in you. I'm so excited to do this video. I am sitting outside in the heart of winter. The wind is raging around me. It's cloudy, it's not very warm, and I'm out in nature and I absolutely love it. And I want to share with you why it's so important that we get out, no matter the weather, to revitalize ourselves and our tissues and to connect to Mother Earth, the healing energies of Mother Earth. We are the most ungrounded species on the planet. We're surrounded by unnatural energies. The positive ions, I think they're positive ions, but correct me in the comments below if I'm wrong, that Wi-Fi and all of that creates. I think we're meant to have all of the negative ions of the earth through our body that helps us to come into a natural alignment. And so getting out into nature in our kind of modern day life is so important. Now, thousands of years ago, yoga actually was created by ancient wise men living in forests in India who came up with this system of yoga. They were deeply connected to nature. And of course, being a yogi, I can't tell you, it's my best place to be to practice yoga. And so all year round, no matter what the weather is, I have one class that runs outside. And there is a core hardened group of yogis that stick the whole course. And then some come back in the spring and the summer, but the real hardened ones stay with me through the winter, and it's such a joyful experience. In this video, you're going to see some of the ways in which it has supported me through very simple practices, quick practices. They don't take long, and that's the beauty of it. It doesn't have to take hours and hours of practice, not anymore. A quick way I like to start my day, every single day, is just literally connecting with my grounding cord. Now, all you have to do is visualize a cord that could be like the roots of a tree, or it could be ruby red color like the color of the root chakra, and plug it in just below the belly button. And we're going to take that cord down through the tailbone and then all the way down through the rocks and the boulders into the deep roots of the earth. We have this deep anchor at the foundation of our being that you can plug in every morning. You can plug it in every time you feel wobbly or out of balance. You can plug it in when you're feeling uncertain out in the world, and you just visualize that cord going deep down, and you can connect to the deep roots and take a breath. Bringing your mind down to the earth. Remember, I said we're the most ungrounded species on the planet. We're up here all the time, so drop the mind down, plug down and take a breath. How long did that take? 5 seconds, grounded, still. Now I'm going to use the seasons. So the season of winter is here. We are at the moment moving into winter solstice. Winter solstice, winter, heart of winter will continue till we get to the sort of first signs of spring at the beginning of February. And it's a time of the frequency of pausing, standing still, resting, hibernation. And so you can take that cord down and you can connect to those qualities. Pause, stand still, beautiful way to start your day. If you could take just a few seconds to like this video, to comment on this video, because sometimes it feels so lonely when you're a content creator and you don't know if anyone's listening or with you or even resonating with the words that you say. And just a comment helps me to know that there are people out there, that I'm not just speaking to this beautiful fresh air in front of me. Commenting helps me build a community and helps us to come together with people that we resonate with, So your comments really help me continue to create videos and share information that I've learned over the last 20 years of being a yoga teacher. And sharing this video, subscribing to this video helps my video channel to grow, and that helps me beyond all measure. And I really appreciate you for taking the time to do that. So thank you. Thank you, thank you from the bottom of my heart. Another wonderful way in which we can ground ourselves very quickly is through a breathing technique called the breath of descent. The breath of descent takes a couple of practices to get it, a couple of goes, and then you should start to feel it. Because the breathing starts from the crown of the head, and it's deeply grounding, really grounding. So I want you to try it. You can start practicing now if you like. Take your awareness to the top of the head. Make sure that you're sitting in a place that is comfortable, where you're feeling your legs or your feet really rooted on the ground. You've got your grounding cord plugged in, going deep down into the earth. Yes, nice and still, very focused and witnessing yourself. And we're going to take that breath to the top of the head. And for a count of 3, we're going to take the breath all the way down the spine to the tailbone. And then from the tailbone, we're going to take the breath all the way down through the rocks and the boulders into the deep roots of the earth for 6. Into 3 from the crown of the head to the tailbone. Out to 6, all the way down the grounding cord to the deep roots of the earth. Into 3. Out to 6. And just let it go for a moment. Rest your hands on your lap and just sit with that. Plugged into the earth, still and grounded. A foundation in right relationship to yourself, to the earth, and ultimately to all your relationships. What a gift. In the heart of winter, there's less light. There is a beautiful phrase from one of the ancient Indian scriptures that says, there is a light that shines brighter than 1,000 stars. And that is the light that shines from our hearts. It's so important that we cultivate practices that ignite the inner light of our hearts. And if we don't come every day, even if it's just for 5 minutes, to cultivate that heart light will diminish. One of the ways, which I'm going to share with you today, that strengthens, because obviously when there's less sunlight, we have to do practices that strengthen our body, boost our immune systems, and activate the light. So this is a combination of working strength and activating your inner light. And it's called Ganesha Mudra. So what I want you to do is interlace your fingers like this. I'm going to put this down a bit, I think. Okay, so we're interlacing the fingers, and we got the hands at the heart center, anahata, chest. And I'm pulling my elbows away from each other, right? I'm pulling them away, and I'm going to root down through my grounding cord, lift the top of the head up, and just take some deep breaths and explore it. We're opening up the chest. It's somehow strengthening. Makes me smile. There's sort of like a smile here. It just makes me feel really happy somehow. A couple more breaths. Give it a go. Ganesha Mudra. Ganesha in the yogic traditions is the elephant god, right? And he embodies. So I'm not big into the whole kind of storytelling of the yoga tradition. It's not my thing. But what I like to do is take the qualities of those gods or goddesses. So Ganesha is the god of overcoming the obstacles. So it's like when I'm using this, I'm thinking about how this strengthens us, has foundations of strength, so that if obstacles do come, and this is why we practice, because if we're don't have vessels of strength and vessels of light, when the obstacles come, it's much harder. We don't have as much resilience to face the storms, right? So a daily practice even cultivates this strength and this fire. He sits like the elephant. Now, an elephant is obviously a sort of earthy, grounded animal, right? So it's kind of, you feel that stability of this plodding elephant overcoming the obstacles. He's the heralder of new beginnings. So it's like the new day, feeling grounded, embodying the elephant energy. And then in the pictures, he always has a smile across his face. So he's in balance. He's in right relationship with life. He's got an inner smile. He's happy. He's grounded. He's connected. So this is the qualities I take in here. As I take the Ganesha Mudra, embodying the qualities of feeling balanced and grounded and in my center, able to be resilient even in the eye of the storm, feeling sure and confident. What a way to begin your day. Ganesha Mudra. Being out in nature is such a joy. We all feel it. Every time we're out in nature, we feel so much more connected and less stressed. I always have one yoga class that continues on throughout the whole year. And even in the heart of winter, when it's freezing cold, we're down on the beach and we're practicing, and we're coming together into community, because community is unity. It is a booster for our immune systems and everything like that. So that's why I said, everyone here, if you're here, please comment, do share. I want to hear that I'm not talking to nobody. I'd really, really appreciate it. Anyway, so coming into nature is really important. So if you can, at any time, some of the practices that I share here, why not take them outside and get dressed up, find a little space in your garden, take your shoes off, sit on the earth, even if it's just for 5 minutes. Even if it seems like it's cloudy and it's so dark and you just don't want to go out, go out. You won't regret it. It's such a beautiful, positive thing to do, to reconnect to nature, to the seasons and the cycles and the rhythms, because believe you me, you will find yourself coming back into your own nature too. We are all connected. We're connected to the web of life. We cannot be unconnected. And so that disconnect causes disconnect in our systems, in our health, and in our relationships. So as we move into 2025, let's rise and shine together. Let's re-establish nature connections through this wonderful ancient practice of yoga. Let's reconnect in, re-establish pathways of health and well-being, and let's share it together. And let's build a community that is of love and peace and connection and confidence, step by step by step, breath by breath by breath. So as we shift towards 2025, I'm going to offer you a wonderful opportunity to join me on a 22-day meditation challenge that will be at 7 a.m. UK time. And if you can't make it then obviously you can redo it. And it's an opportunity to come together in build muscles of meditation, so that we don't leave the house without it, and we observe and witness what it's like to connect to the earth, because we will be taking our grounding cords, we'll be doing breathing practices, mudras and meditation that will lead you into the day, and it'll be 22 days of doing it together. It's a challenge. Can we then create habits that are going to move into 2025 that we do feel this connection and right relationship with life? I can't leave home without it, because if I do, I'm not as resilient to kind of take in the outside world and all the things that come at me. I'm coming from a much shallower place. Meditation helps us go deeper, to connect to our true light, to connect to our foundations of being in right relationship with life. And from there we go out into the world. And so why not join me on this 22-day meditation challenge and begin 2025 rising and shining together in deep peace, in deep harmony, and in deep love. I'm going to share a mantra with you now that just really finishes off this practice really beautifully, and it's the Ganesha mantra. And as I said, we embody the qualities of what Ganesha represents, and that is in being with right relationship with life. And as a result, there's a smile, because you just feel this unity and harmony and balance of coming from life in that place. being able to be resilient, overcome the obstacles, and see each day as a new day of inspiration, vitality, and joy. So I'm going to take the Ganesha Mudra. I'm going to take my grounding cord down deep into the earth, and I'm going to feel the top of my head lift up into the sky, creating space. And the mantra is Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Ganesha Mudra, rooting and lifting. And we're going to simply chant this 3 times together. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Giving thanks and great gratitude to the earth today for her beauty, for her strength, for her balance, for those deep anchored grounding cords that help us have foundations of support and peace and balance and stability. To this heart, to my heart and to your heart, to this soul light that shines and radiates like brighter than 10,000 suns, we give thanks for that light, and we share this light out as a gift to others, to our loved ones, to everyone we're in relationship, with 3 Oms. Om. 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 I am love, I am light, I am divine, and in this truth I live, and in this truth I live. Om Shanti. Peace, peace, peace.